Hi Pisces, this is your homework family reading for June 1st through the 15th. For all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Pisces for June 1st through the 15th. Now, sorry I'm a little late getting it out. I had a lot of company coming in this week and stuff going on. So I do apologize. But right as you come in to June, what I'm being given some weird information. I mean, I don't know why I really find it weird. I mean, considering I deal with spirit all the time, but I am. But anyway, spirit, when I first started realizing I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, they gave me a circle, and it's kind of an indigo blue. And I feel like this has to do with cycles, going and going and going forever. But I don't feel like it's the indigo energy. I feel like maybe it's tapping into the indigo energy. Because I feel like it's not exactly that color blue, but it does pick up that indigo blue energy. And I feel like it's coming into courage. So that's why I feel like I'm being told it's tapping into the indigo. Yeah, I was just forewarned by spirit that I'm understanding it correctly. So that makes sense because let's face it, Pisces, you guys are about to come into a major soulful shift. When I look at the astrology, there's a lot going on for you. And Lilith just moved into your house on a universal level. If you're, a rising, if you're a sun or a rising Pisces, then especially, it's definitely going to be hitting you. And I will tell you that the energy that you are feeling now is going to keep maturing and keep growing. And I will tell you directly until August, especially closer to the end of August. For right now, that energy that you're working on is building and growing and maturing up until August. And that's going to have to do with the Lionsgate, because on, I think it's the 28th of August, it's going to be a major important day for you. It's going to hook up with Sirius, the Sirius star. So this energy is all about evolving and all about ascending into a higher spiritual soulful self for you. And I know this is why they're giving me this circle in that indigo blue color. This, I'm talking about in the future, that this is energies that are coming your way. And with Lilith being there, she's going to be in your sign until February 2nd of 2026. So you are definitely cleaning out some soulful shit. I don't know how else to put it. You are definitely coming into a new ascension within yourself and your soulfulness. But for right now, understand that a lot of that is pulling you towards what's going to be coming in for you in August. And I know I'm putting you into the future. But I'm also being told right now, as we enter June, I don't know if this is necessarily the platform or like through all of June, but I've been telling everybody else for the most part, it's like the solar plexus, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra, and they are giving me some heart chakra that's being cleaned out and some throat chakra. So it's heart chakra. I'm being given some grief and sadness is what you were dealing with. Might be causing anger and whatnot, and it's with the outer community, whether it's relationships in your outer community or just the outer community in general. There is grief and some sadness and frustration and anger that has risen and bubbled up and has made it hard on some of your decisions. But where I'm telling everybody else for the most part, because of what I'm being told by spirit, is that it's their solar plexus, their heart chakra, and their throat. I am getting some heart chakra and I am getting some throat chakra, which is, about forgiveness. Forgiveness, remember, is not for them, it's for you. It's not for them. It's for you, because you deserve to be able to have a happy and healthy life. But I'm being told the throat chakra does have to do with, you expressing your truth. But what you're really going to be noticing is, what I'm being given from Spirit is a whole lot of third eye and crown chakra is going to be going on. So I don't know if it's about you really working with the third eye or the crown, or you're unblocking the third eye and the crown. Maybe you should just be meditating on it. I'm definitely getting high frequencies that are coming into them, which makes sense. Like I said, Lilith in your sign is a incredible, powerful, feminine activist. I mean, and I'm feeling revved up right now. I feel like as soon as I tapped into the Pisces energy, like I'm just feeling revved up. Like I don't even have time to think about taking a rest. Like, that's not even in the agenda here. I don't even have time to think about it. I feel like it's just go, go, and I must do, and I must do, and I must go, go. And, I'm feeling, very high vibrational, just go, 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 go. And I'm not feeling like it's weighing you down, but it is. I feel like you don't think it's weighing you down, because there is grief underneath there. There is some sadness underneath there that you're not being able to address. Is what I'm being told by Spirit. You need to give yourself that little bit of time. You want your vibrational frequency to rise. Yes. You want to come into that feminine energy, that creative feminine energy within yourself. Yes. And that is all good, but you also have to remember to give yourself time. Because, like I said, Lilith being there is a feminine activist. And she's going to be there until, I think, February 2nd of 2024. Now, in Pisces, Lilith wants to heal. She wants to heal. She wants to be caressed. She wants to be loved. She doesn't want to be the fighter anymore. She wants to be loved. But Lilith is such a feminist activist. Nobody's going to tell me what the fuck I can and can't do. That it's hard for her to release, surrender, and let go. And this energy is going to be with you for a while, but I'm being told, this is about really, truly sifting through some of your stuff. You're going to find, I wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised if you feel by the time you hit by the time you hit August, like you're a whole different person from who you was maybe 6 months ago. And then that's going to keep shifting and changing. That has to do with Lilith being in that sign, in your sign. And like I said, it's a very powerful energy. She is definitely going into she in Pisces is she's your like inner darkness that stands in her power. That defends you in a form. She's like your darker Mars energy in a form. So what she is she wants to heal, she wants to get better, but she's having to deal with her denials. And as she heals them, she's afraid she's going to lose herself. So it causes a fight within herself as to, well, if I admit the truth, then I might not have what I've known and things might change. But she's having a problem understanding change can be good. So she's dealing with her inner denials, which are then dealing with those inner denials. So it's a denial inside of a denial. And this is what you are learning to rise and ascend above, because that's what's going on in your sign, is the best way I'm trying to put it. And this is why I'm really getting the third eye and the crown chakras. Stick with them is what I feel like. Maybe you're dealing with some blocked energy, like I said, and I'm feeling like there's some heart energy of that heart chakra dealing with the outer community, getting past some grief. But I'm really being told by Spirit to take you tell you to stick with the third chakra and the crown chakra and that higher vibrational frequency, and it will lead you in the right direction. I'm also being told there will be physical growth because of this. And when you feel like you're being given the intuition of something that you need to be doing, you need to not sit there and ponder on it. You need to do it. And this is, I'm talking about, for all the way up through August, but this is definitely right now in the foundation of this beginning of June. And it's also going to be lifting your psychic energies, your psychic powers within your physical world. It's just you're going through a whole different growth than the rest of us, being a Pisces energy. And I mean, it's a very beautiful thing, but there is some deep stuff that you are sifting through. And like I said, I would not expect you to feel like you are even remotely the same person by the time you get to August, and definitely by the time Pisces leaves your sign, in 2024. So you have a whole bunch of shifts going on within this time incoming, and it feels like it's going to be very good, but it's deep. Okay? Now, when I look at the astrology for the right now, for June 1st through the 15th, for the most part, it looks like most of the energy is going on your ascendant side, which makes sense. Like I said, this is a vibrational shifting. This isn't even a vibrational shifting. This is an ascension that you are going through. Period. This is an ascension spiritually, soulfully, magically, intuitively, psychically. I mean, you are definitely rising into a whole new area, and it's dealing with your ascendant, which is both of your conscious actions and your unconscious actions. It is your self-motivated self. It is your self-assertiveness. It is your action-oriented self. It is your self-identity of who and what you are. It is your ego as well, but it's also going to be dealing with your belief systems. Now, I'm just validating I'm right about what I'm saying. I mean, you do have some things going on in the outer community, but it feels more like the outer community of what you're dealing with is more of in your head. More of you've created your mind to believe it's this way. And maybe you're afraid of speaking your mind because you believe it to be that way. Where the outer community does have some conversations going on, but nowhere near as bad as I think you might think. I mean, I think more of this is learning to find trust and worthiness within yourself. But you do definitely have, in your 10th house, you have Jupiter right now. So that might be why you're feeling this way. Because Jupiter is your religious aspects, not your religious, it's your career zone. It's your not philosophy. Where am I? My mouth's not working. It's your honor. It's your prestige. It's your professional world. It's your career. It's your financial success. It's your community. Your social foundations. Your duty. Your authority. Your responsibilities to the outer community. And right now, for you, that's Sagittarius, which has, abundance going on in it. So, I mean, your outer world maybe just feel like it's growing out of control. And you're getting all kinds of information coming at you from, left field is what you may be feeling. Along with karmic energy might be coming in, and it might just be touching a little too close to home. But this is an outer thing. This is why I said I feel like from the heart to the outer community, you're pushing, you're having problems with the heart energy, with the forgiveness, with the grief, with letting that shit go. It just feels like so much is coming at you, at least the way you feel like it, like it's a freaking tidal wave coming at you. Not that it's bad or good. just depending on where you are on your path, but that it could be overwhelming. But the thing is most of what's going on in your head about what the outer community thinks is what's going on in your head. You're blowing it out of proportion, for the good or the bad, is what I feel like I'm being given. Now, you definitely have a lot of energy speaking to your first house because that's where Lilith and Neptune is. Now, here's the other thing. Neptune is in retrograde until the 21st. Not retrograde, it is in shadow until the 21st. So, Neptune, for all intents and purposes, rules your planet, and it's where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. And in shadow, it's going to be smacking you in the face with harsh reality of those darker aspects. And this is because until the 21st, it's assessing what it is that it needs to help you figure out what to work on after the 21st. This is why I'm saying don't blow it so far out of proportion. There's a cycle here. There's a cycle here that explains what, again, that's the blue circle that I'm being given. You're definitely dealing with some of that, universal 12th house in that general idea, even if for you it's not the 12th house. It's your first house on a universal standpoint for Pisces, but it still is that 12th house universally. And with Neptune being in shadow, it's where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. Are you creating magic? Are you creating stale? Are you recreating the same cycles over and over and over again? Or are you elevating outwardly? That's what this is going to be about. This is about making healing within that situation so that you're making these changes. Because Pisces has definitely got a lot talking to your fifth house, your creativity of how you manifest it. Your inner child. What does your inner child want? What does your pursuit of pleasure want? Are you listening to it at all? And I'm not saying that you're not. I'm making sure I'm getting it so powerfully right now that I'm giving you what I'm being given. Is you're capable of really taking this energy into a whole new blooming, brand new life, or stagnance. You really are being given a blessing here if you are sifting through your stuff and really getting in tune with yourself and your truth and your fears, and releasing and surrendering and letting go of that, and let's start new magic. Like I said, Neptune until the 21st is in shadow, so it's looking at the things that you didn't create quite well. And it's not about reevaluating those things. It's about learning where it didn't work so you don't do it again. You've also got Pisces talking, like I said, to Jupiter. We already discussed that. But you're... So your 11th house, which is your relationship, not your relationships, your friends, your wishes, your goals, your memberships, your hopes, your dreams, your self-realization, the outer community itself is fighting that creativity. I feel like you don't have time. Like you're just pushing and pushing, and you don't have time. You don't have time to enjoy anything you're trying to enjoy because you're so busy, or you're pushing so hard. And I feel like the harder you push, the world feels like it's pushing back on you. And I feel like I'm supposed to be telling you, release, surrender, let go. Go with the flow. These energies are coming in and they're just going to work. They'll work. You have to learn to work with them. And if you're working against them, then you're actually causing more problems for yourself, is what I feel like I'm being told. Remember that the Neptune is creating from a darker aspect until the 21st because it's in shadow. And if you can remember that your magic is looking at nostalgia and trying to understand the nostalgia, but not rebuild it, then you'll be okay. And Lilith is trying to sift through all of her, where she doesn't feel independent there, she feels lacking there. And if you can understand that this conversation is an incredibly powerful place to move you in the next few years into such wonderful energy, but it may not feel like it right now because it's so intense, is what I feel. Yeah, I mean, I am incredibly feeling intense by the energy I'm picking up for you Pisces right now. And I feel like it's a very good thing, but I don't feel like you may necessarily be getting that. All right, before I even get to shuffle the cards, the very first thing that's coming out is the Eight of Wands. This is your inner fire. This is Aries, Sagittarius, and actually, it's not. This one is just Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Mercury. Let me jump back just a minute. You have a new moon on the 3rd in Gemini. So, where is Gemini for you? Because Venus is moving into Gemini at the same time on the 8th. So, it'll be there. The sun is already there. So, it's definitely bringing in some powerful information. That's your universal 4th house. So that's speaking to the karmic home of who and what you are. This is a time for redirecting what's important to you, what's soulfully needed for you. If it's not, I keep being told, if it's not in your blood, if it's not part of what makes you the best you can be, if it's not in your blood, then drop it. I mean, yeah, we have our jobs and stuff we have to take part in, but there comes a time where you need to turn it off. This is your home. This is your karmic home and your home that we are talking about, where this new moon is taking place. Gemini, for you, that's your 4th house. So this is, this is your home. This is your child family life. This is the foundation of what built you to be who and what you are. This is also your karmic roots. This is how you rebirth, basically, from understanding how you were created in the first place. This is the real you speaking to the rest of the world about what it is you want, what it is you wish to desire to create during this new moon. And the sensitivity is going to be coming in right after it because Venus is moving in. And remember, it's coming into your 4th house, which is bringing that sensitivity to it, the illumination of the sun to what it is karmically, soulfully you need for the roots of who and what you are, as well as for the home. So this will help you put things in perspective, is what I feel like is really happening. Now, Mercury is moving into Cancer on the 4th, which is your 5th house, which is creativity. So, and like I said, and that's not necessarily getting along with the outer community, but that can be good because Mercury moving in there with the warrior, Mars, is also able to help smooth that communication because it's coming closer to the North Node. So it's telling you how you need to recreate yourself. What it's your pleasure, it's your pursuit of pleasure, from your childlike self to your lovers in your life, to your personal investments, your hobbies, your gambling, your creative expression, your dating, your romance, your sexual life. This is where you create from. And for you, I always say also that it's how you, where did I put the card? Okay, it's the king of the kingdom, even though it's not Leo anymore. For you, it's Cancer, which means you're nesting in that energy of the home and the soulfulness of what you are. You should be nesting in it, but it still is universally that house ruled by Leo. And I tell people all the time, when you're in that 5th house, it's not just about the creativity. It's about understanding the responsibilities that come to creating the creativity. And I say all the time, if you want your kingdom of your life, your whole entire life is your kingdom. If you want your life to be a good kingdom, then you've got to be a good king. And you might be realizing where it is that the kingdom you've created, you've kind of been an ill-watered king. You've allowed some things to slide under the bridge and get away from you. And this is just critiquing it. This is learning how to critique events that didn't serve you so well. Okay. You were given the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius. It is interweaving your activity, your energy, and your growth. What was I just saying? This is also speaking to you of your four, your Induus. This is your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, and your physical. If all four are out of balance, or one of them are out of balance, you aren't creating quite right. You're not creating quite right, and you're not also viewing quite right, because you need all four to be in balance: emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical. This is how you keep your inner nourishment healthy, so that you can interweave and create and build from your inner fire. Okay. Let me check the other cards here, but let me shuffle them for a minute. What else? Since the very first thing that popped out, as soon as I picked up the cards, it was like, me, 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 me. I'm very intense right now with you all. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Pisces. For right at the platform, right here in the beginning of June. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pisces. What's going on? Are you hot? No, you're not. So you don't count. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Pisces. Help them understand exactly what they're going through. What they need to understand. Start getting things into better perspective. Sun, Moon, Rising. Hold on, because a couple of them flipped, and I don't know if it's all of them or not. No. It was just the top two. I could feel there was some there, more than one, but I couldn't tell which one. These two came together, the Two of Pentacles and Judgment. So this is moving forward in a positive way for you. It's just getting yourself around it in your four, in your physical nourishment on all four directions: emotional, spiritual, mental, spiritual, emotional, physical. But the Two of Pentacles is speaking to you of Jupiter and Capricorn. This is the forever change of balance within oneself. The union of the balance of oneself. It's the never-ending change. It is the foundation growing of dark and light, of loving oneself. It is also, it may be a companion. I mean, it could be a companion. I see this a lot like the Lover's card. But it's not coming out as the Lover's card. So this could be, a companion, and you're truly coming into light and dark with one another, and truly coming into peace. So this could be working in that sense. And then I am given Judgment, which is rebirth, renewal, resurrection. This is Scorpio energy, which is all exactly what that's about. This is a reckoning of a critical new decision. This is also completion or a very important news. That's pretty much what you should be feeling right here at the beginning. Is there anything, Scorpio? Not Scorpio. That's because Scorpio may be important to you right now. There might be a Scorpio of significance, since I just threw it back out there, but it was the Judgment card. What is the challenge, Pisces is really looking at? What is the challenge? Capricorn. This is building a foundation, building the proper foundation. This is literally sifting through it and building the proper foundation, because that's how I see Capricorn. But Capricorn is also dealing with that outer community. So, and right now in your in Capricorn, you have Pluto and Saturn. So this is talking about the rules, walls, and boundaries that have to shift in order for you to create what you want to. So there is definitely a change going on. That is part of the challenge, is realizing the changes that have to shift to make it so. Then what was I just saying? Saturn. Saturn is the next thing that's coming out for you. So it's really about making the proper healthy changes that are going to get you there. And something is telling me for you, I don't use this deck that often, but something is telling me for you to get into my dragons deck. So, this might have to do with a higher vibration and helping you understand right off the bat. Air and fire dragon. Expand your creative energies. Expand your creative energies. Harness your creativity, experience, and enthusiasm. And communicate your passion outwardly. This is one of your higher vibrational energies to help you move forward throughout the month. Dragons, is there anything else that you can help them understand on a higher dimension as they start to move forward? Thank you. Earth and water dragon also is coming forward. Creates the foundations. What was we just talking about? Creates the foundations for new growth. It is a fresh start is coming your way with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. This is just telling you, make sure that you're sticking with make sure that you're allowing, you're not allowing that Neptune energy that's in shadow to mess you up. Okay, no, you're not going to do this. I can't do like 12 cards. One more. Give me one more that will help them. One. Quin's Yin's pink dragon. It was just the way it's said. Brings from love that respects the karmic balance. This is understanding, if you're understanding the karmic balance in this situation, it's going to help you to manifest it in the most healthiest way. See, all of your cords have been dissolved. This is what I've been saying, I've been getting from Spirit. This is like brimstone. And the way I see brimstone is we erase the energy. That's what you do with brimstone. Brimstone and fire erases the energy. So this is cutting the cords, cutting it all the way back to where there's nothing, letting it go, release, surrendering it, and letting it go. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom and look for the divine energy around you to help you stay in the most positive ways. Now, real fast, help them understand what else they might need to. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What does Pisces need to understand to help them in the most healthiest way move forward? Also, I'm being told again, your universal 8th house, which is where the relationships are responsible. No, that's too low and I refuse that. Thank you. Thank you. Another one? Thank you. Alrighty, all 4 of them real fast. I'm being told by Spirit, your universal 8th house, the rules of the 8th house. What are the responsibilities to all of your relationships? Really investigate those and really decide what is important and what isn't within those rules of those relationships. First thing that came out was the Fool. This is Uranus, independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom. This is also speaking to us above and below. What you create above is what you bring from below, bring to below. From the higher ascension, from the higher dimensions, what you are creating in your head and your energy is what you bring back to you. This is telling you that you can move forward with a brand new start. This is the ox. This is alpha energy. This is your inner child taking a chance and letting yourself out. But do watch out for the for the devil, because the devil card is the Iron. This is saying you have the ability to create anything you want, including bad. You really, truly do. You have the ability to create anything you want in a brand new, healthy way, including the bad. This is stay away from your addictions. Stay away from your addictive patterns. Stay away from your, all of that is attached. Attachments are bad. Attachments are bad right now. So you want to create something new and healthy, because you are definitely being given the Ace of Swords. You're able to cut away everything and start new. This is new insight, new clarity, new perspective, new perception of being able to create. But what are you going to create? Because you have the ability to create it. It's all in your head of what you're going to do, because they leave you with the Two of Swords as well. This is finding your inner peace. Finding your inner peace, creating peace with yourself, which was one of the very first cards that was given to you, is what I was given. Okay, is there anything here? Anything here? Yes, no, you're confusing me. I'm sorry, I just say it like it is with spirit. Leave them with something very high vibrational. Thank you. Express your love through your deeds. For your actions. Express your love through your deeds will help